Previously on the Pastor's Chronicles.
It's very essential, family, that you understand these occult symbols. When you see these occult symbols in movies, videos, cartoons, gamers, politicians, religious people, entertainers, when they throw these things up, they are basically saying they are a part of the Dragon Brotherhood. They are a part of what's happening in the world to bring forth a world order under the banner of Satanism, under the banner of one government, one religion, one world religion, one world currency. This is what it's all about, family. Welcome to Occult Symbolism Chronicles. Before starting the video, make sure to smash that like button. Do it now, it only takes a second to do it, and hit the subscribe button and the bell to turn on notifications so you can be informed whenever I upload new Chronicles. Also, visit my website, that is tpchronicles.com. There you can read articles and see videos that cannot be uploaded on YouTube. You don't want to miss those videos. The link is in the description box below. Also, join me on Facebook, Twitter, IG, TikTok, social platforms. If you are down with the campaign, type CN, which stands for Chronicle Nation, in the comment section. Upon that note, let's get into this next video, and it goes like this. I'd like to welcome you back to the Pastor's Chronicles. This is the Occult Symbolism, Chapter 1E. People, I hope you are enjoying these Chronicles. They are actually teaching you the occult symbolism so you can understand how the synagogue of Satan is moving in this world, where to detect them. Also, by looking at other Chronicles, they tell how these evil powers are moving in this world. The events and things that's done in the movies uncovers what they are doing in the world. All the events that's taking place in the world are predicted in the Universal Bible. Movies are a universal, open Bible, satanic Bible for the secret society to understand how they're moving in this world. So once you see these symbols in these movies, then you know there's a message in it, and it will show you how they're moving. You can see the conspiracy. I know you're like, Pastor, you said the same statement about 3 times in the same sentence. Well, you know what? Repetition. The more I say it, the more it's going to embed in your mind. This is the same thing that the Luciferians do. They continue to put things in front of us, and it embeds right in our subconscious, and we will accept it. But the reason why I'm using repetition is that it will embed in your mind, so when you do see this evil, you can say, bam, it's right there, because it's going to come right from your subconscious to the frontal lobe of your mind, and you will truly understand and see, bam, that's what the brother is talking about. I want you to understand what a conspiracy is. Now, the things that I'm telling you is not a theory, but it is a conspiracy. A conspiracy, listen, a conspiracy is an agreement to perform together an illegal, wrongful act. Okay? It is agreement between 2 or more persons to commit a crime or accomplish a legal purpose through illegal actions. A means to an end. So, what does that mean? A means to an end. Well, it actually means the way that one achieves a specific objective, which is not an objective or ultimate goal itself. For example, the end justifies the means, and he who wills the end wills the means. Who wills the end wills the mean. The end justifies the means. So if people have to die, if false flags are the tool they use, then they aren't the object. False flags aren't the ultimate goal. It is the tool it used to justify the end. What is the end? To bring peace. Now you're going to see with this Baphomet, the letters is on his left arm and the letters on his right arm. It means as above, so below. Okay, so they want to bring heaven to earth by their own merits, to open up the door for the age of Horus, so the Antichrist can come and give them eternal life, eternity, which they will have eternal life, wisdom, powers, eternal wealth. This is what the synagogues of Satan is believing, and this is the false light that Lucifer is giving them. But they're going forward with it, and they're doing everything they can to justify the means. The end justifies the means. Create a problem, come with a solution. Let's go forward with this next Chronicle, people. Oh, as before, please, if you are rolling with the campaign, please drop CN below. Share this message, like this message, comment, communicate. Hey, let's open up the eyes of those that are slaves to the matrix. Let's do this.
I want to show y'all the picture of it so y'all know what it was first before I get too deep on y'all. All right, let me give some history. To begin with, the word Baphomet is significantly older than this particular symbol, which is what I showed you. In the early 14th century, the Knights Templar, remember that word, study that. The Knights Templar, one of the most powerful and influential organizations of the European Middle Ages, were brought to trial on numerous charges, including fornication, sodomy, blasphemy. So you used to get judged for sodomy, blasphemy, and heresy. Although many historians now believe that the charges were largely politically motivated and an attempt to confiscate the organization's considerable wealth, one of the charges leveled against the Templar was worshiping the idol of a satanic creature called Baphomet. Now, you got to understand, the Templars is where the Freemasons come from. They went underground because they got persecuted out of Europe. They went underground, they became the Rosicrucians, and then from there they became the Freemasons. So this is the same evil order. Y'all got what I'm saying? Now, it says that the Templars were eventually arrested, tortured, and killed, and the organization was disbanded, but the Baphomet still lingered on. Now, they wasn't all killed off. They went underground. Matter of fact, they fled into like Scotland, and that's where you see Freemasonry really get its foothold. That's why the first part of Freemasonry is the Scottish Rites. Okay, that's where it took hold of in Scotland. But these are just the Templars. Now, what you need to understand, the reason why they got persecuted was because they found out they built this temple, and they found out what they were doing in the temple, and they were in there having sex with boys, and in there doing sodomy. And they thought they were doing something holy, but they were really, and if you really want to know what they look like, if you remember any of the old Crusade movies, you remember the Crusaders had the cross, like they look like knights with the cross with that white, with the red cross. That's what the Templars look like. Now these cats were doing, they were in there doing a lot of sexual things, and people found out about it, and they were persecuted out from where they were. Now, they worship this image. That was the image they worshiped, the image Baphomet. That's the same image in the Freemason Lodge. The Freemasons worship the same image. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Now, just to give you a side note, MTV stands for Masonic Television.
Chronicle Nation, this brother's doing such a good job in explaining to you the hidden messages and the hidden agenda about all these occult followers. I may not even have to say anything, but I want to show you a video, what he said about MTV, meaning Mason TV. Watch this video, and then I'm going to slow it down. Get in the comment box and type in every symbol that you will see in this video. Watch this.
And now with the Forerunner Chronicles, and right now we're in downtown Toronto on Yonge and Davenport, and as you can see, I'm in front of a Masonic temple, but that's not all it is. Check this out. That's right, as you can see, this Masonic temple is actually MTV Studio. MTV Studios actually bought this Masonic temple to shoot programming in here. And this is just additional information to help you understand everything that we've been talking about in the videos, how they actually try to tap into this occult power so that they can influence our minds with this media. That's what's going on right here behind us at this MTV studio building, which is nothing more than a Masonic temple. Ladies and gentlemen, wake up, this thing is serious. Now take a look at this and think for a second. Not only have they retained the name Masonic Temple on the face of this MTV studio building, but directly above the MTV logo is the Freemason compass and square. Now that's a pretty interesting place for them to choose to situate their MTV logo. Now, MTV obviously has enough money to make the necessary modifications to this building to remove the compass and square and the words Masonic Temple. At least they could put MTV Studios there, so why haven't they? Well, I ran into one of their employees and they gave me some very interesting history on the whole situation. Now, according to this MTV employee, this Masonic temple was originally purchased by CTV, which is the parent company of MTV. And at the time of this purchase, the owner of CTV, which by the way happens to be the largest media outfit in Canada, was a Freemason. Which explains why, in the year 2005, CTV laid this commemorative cornerstone in honor of the Grand Master that was responsible for the erection of this Masonic edifice. And wait, it gets even better. Or should I say, it gets even more twisted. When I continued to speak with this MTV employee, she informed me that everything within this Masonic temple, which is now MTV Studios, has been preserved for the most part in its original state. The throne room, which consists of several elaborately carved stone thrones, is still located within the upper precincts of this temple. And the most shocking part of all is that MTV's main recording studio is located in the former Masonic Worship Hall, which explains all by itself what I'm about to show you next. This is a picture of the same Masonic temple in the year 2005 when it housed MTV's parent company, CTV. Now this is a current picture of the same Freemason Worship Center, which is presently the home of MTV Studios. Notice that the words Masonic Temple are nowhere to be found on the structure when it was the headquarters of CTV. This is because the words Masonic Temple were added when CTV placed MTV Studios in this occult cathedral, which makes you wonder, what does MTV really stand for? I don't know, kiddies, but something doesn't smell right. I mean, really, what does MTV really stand for? And finally, take a look at this still frame from one of MTV's filler commercials. Obviously, this is an all-seeing eye emitting the rays of the sun, which in the occult is a symbol of Lucifer, the light bearer. In this commercial, this all-seeing eye can be seen erratically spinning in all directions. But when you freeze the frames of this very short commercial, you'll find something very disturbing. In the first few frames, you'll notice that there is something located in the corner of the all-seeing eye. It is the number 33. And then, when you freeze the video clip a few frames later, you will find another very curious object located on this occult symbol. The object is the Freemason compass and square. Put them both together, and what do you get? The 33rd degree of Freemasonry. This is why the all-seeing eye in this filler commercial is shown with the rays of the sun emitting from it, because it is at the 33rd degree of Freemasonry that the initiate receives a collar similar to this one, with the occult symbol of the all-seeing eye emitting the rays of the sun and the number 33 inside of the pyramid. And according to Freemason philosophy, the initiate must be able to skillfully use the compass and square to understand the hidden knowledge of this high degree of Masonry. And according to Albert Pike, the most noted author of Freemason literature, it is at the 33rd degree that the initiate discovers that the god of the Freemasons is Lucifer. It's obvious. Somebody at MTV knows a little bit more than a little bit about Freemasonry. And it appears as though they want you to know too. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bible tells us in the book of Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 2, wherein in time past ye used to walk according to the prince of the power of this air, the spirit which now worketh in the children of disobedience. It's clear to see that right now Satan, whom is the prince of the power of the air, he is masterfully and aggressively utilizing the airwaves to broadcast his insidious deceptions directly into our homes via our favorite media, into our television sets, our flat screen TVs, our computers, our iPads, and our iPods. He is crippling our minds so that we can never obtain to revealing the glory of the infinite God of the universe. The Bible lets us know in the book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. These so-called stars, these so-called entertainers that profess to be servants of God, which are no more than individuals that are serving their own selfish desires, they're being used as the pansies of the devil to pour down your throat the drunken wine of Babylon. You're falling for this garbage? It's time to wake up. And don't think that you're so smart. Don't think that you're so headstrong that you cannot be overcome by these deceptions. Because the Bible tells us in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33, be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners. And that means you too. The choice is yours. It's wake up season. As always, this is the Forerunner, and whether you like it or not, the truth is the truth.